Hey guys, my name is Miska and welcome to Overwatch Central. Now I know, another role lock or role queue or 222 video. This is not so much about actually setting up compositions or certain characters to play in certain roles that just happen to be good in the meta or whatever, but more of a helpful reminder, hopefully. The number one thing I see people mentioning right now when it comes to commenting on role queue or just talking about it in general is, oh, finally my team won't be playing like 5 DPS and I'll be solo supporting on Ana. I'll have 2 supports, 2 DPS and 2 tanks and that'll be that. But there's actually a lot more to it and a lot of things that I don't think people will really consider before they might even have played for a while, and that's why I wanted to make this video. Think about all the other things that actually disappear and change with 222 when it comes to you as an individual player. That's right, you watching this video right now. There won't be any more of this. Yeah, we've all been there. You queue up, your game pops, and you can actually get into the lobby, and in the loading screen you just get ready to insta-pick your character before someone else does it, or insta-pick your role so you can actually get to play that. Because first comes first served, right? And yeah, sure, if you're playing DPS there might be several people trying to insta-lock Genji still, but that part in itself about Overwatch has been so central to the entire experience. The whole queuing up and people insta-locking things in front of you and you just having to try and figure out what's happening with this team. A lot of the time people aren't even communicating at this stage, and this is where you come in and you can really make a difference for yourself. This right here is the main point I want to make in this video. Imagine before, all those games you had when you couldn't actually play your main role. Maybe you're a tank player like me and you had to hop on support because nobody wanted to play that. Maybe you're a DPS player and everyone picked DPS almost every match. And you had to hop on off tank for a bit and you weren't sure what you were doing. Winning those games when you weren't on your main role or on your main characters really mattered, because all of a sudden you were winning games that you were kind of not supposed to be winning. That, combined with just a little bit of luck, the occasional win streak, and obviously improving a lot of the game, was how you climbed the Overwatch ladder. That part is changing entirely, and that's kind of the beauty of this patch. Now you can kind of calculate this much better, figure out what you want to be doing before you're even queuing up. That just was not a thing in Overwatch at all before. And this will be the key to having a good time in 222 and feeling like you're getting somewhere yourself. And that's kind of what it's all about at the end of the day. When you yourself improve, you win more and you have more fun and you just get more out of the experience. The challenge before was almost just to get good enough teams and just get the correct players on your teams by pure chance through the matchmaker to be able to put a decent team comp together. Now that that part is out of the window and you are guaranteed to be playing the role you want to be playing every single match, you need to do something with that, because otherwise you're gonna fall behind the rest of the people. So how do you do that exactly? Well, luckily we have 17 seasons of competitive play to work with here. Obviously you maybe don't want to be picking up the exact characters you played in season 1 and 2 if you were around back then, but looking back at the past couple seasons and seeing which characters you played a lot, did really well with, and that you want to be playing is a great way to start putting together just some key heroes. Honestly, you could start with putting together 1 or 2 characters. That's all you need really, and then from there you throw in other characters that have 1, transferable skills such as, aiming. If you're playing a lot of hit scan, you can play other hit scan characters, and or 2, positioning. If you're playing a lot of backline characters, you can play other characters that have similar positioning, and your skills will transfer much better there. And all of a sudden you have a concentrated specialized hero pool that you will be able to play every single match and practice every single match. That's awesome, and I think something that a lot of people are overlooking right now, as most of us are just happy that we're gonna be playing in a 222 comp and not like a 5 DPS, 1 support and no tank comp. In terms of picking characters for each role, you can obviously have a look at the videos we're making about which characters are doing alright in the 222 meta in Overwatch League and on the PTR. We'll be having a winners and losers tomorrow after a few weeks on the PTR, so we can bring everyone up to speed on what roughly the meta is right now. But other than that, for me, for example, I know that I will want to be trying Sigma out, but I'm not going to be prioritizing the character, right? Like, I enjoy playing a lot of Orisa, and Orisa and Sigma definitely have transferable skills. So does Reinhardt and Sigma. They definitely have transferable skills when it comes to shield management. But out of all of those characters, I know that right now, Orisa is doing really well. I'm gonna be playing her for sure. I know that Reinhardt is doing alright and is getting a buff with his new ability. 30% less knockback, thank you very much, Jeff. And I know that I will want to be playing Sigma, but I know that he's not doing too great right now, but he falls into the same sort of category of heroes. In terms of off-tanks, I've been playing more and more Roadhog myself recently to try and warm up for having a good off-tank to be playing. And that's pretty much that for me. That's my lineup. Those are the characters I'll be concentrating on. I love playing Winston. It's probably my favorite character to play in Overwatch, but he's just not been doing very well lately, and it's hard to say if that's really gonna change or not. Sure, in certain matches, on certain maps, yeah, I'll pick him up, but I know what's realistic to expect to have me be playing in every single match, and I know what I kind of should be aiming to do to improve in those areas. Just doing this and kind of preparing in this way I think is super useful. It's helped me focus more on characters to play on the PTR and role queue, and I'm really looking forward to applying that on the main client, especially when getting into playing different roles. In this video I basically just talked about kind of specializing into one role and how to get the most out of role queue when doing that and why that's important. Now you can do this 3 times over, and that adds this level of learning, specializing and improving all into the game 3 times over. I'm really looking forward to this, so if you and other people you know are getting back into role queue, then get started with thinking about things like this, because this isn't just that sort of thing that you should be thinking of on the fly. Let me know what sort of characters you're thinking of putting into your more specialized hero pool, and of course leave a like if you enjoyed this video. That's everything for today. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.